Hey, it's Teresa G coming in from her cluttered kitchen for another Tip Tuesday. This one I thought I would discuss how to preserve fresh ginger and a great way of preserving, so see, get the subject, preservation, preserving your wooden, tools, or if you have one of those big booze boards or whatever, cutting boards, anything like that, okay? So that's the subject this week on Tip Tuesday. Okay, starting with the freshness thing, okay? Here we've got, I bought two, what I consider fingers of a ginger hand. That's what they call it, a hand, when you see ginger at the supermarket. I took what I consider 2 fingers worth. I bought them, I came home, and I cut them into chunks of which I thought were about 2 inches or 1 inch. Because most recipes call for either 1 inch grated or sliced or julienned or whatever, or 2 inches. So, just some bigger chunks and little chunks, alright? Now, I either peel it with the back of a spoon, right? Or I use my handy dandy microplane. Okay, that's also a great way of peeling it, right? It takes the skin right off, and you can do that. And then what I do is I either put it into one of these, into some tin foil, or I grate up the whole thing. I'm not going to do that right now, but I grate up the whole thing, and then I take that, all of the gratings, okay, and put it into a little ice cube tray thing. This I got at Marshall's to use for herbs, but it works really well for ginger or garlic if you want to, chop up garlic and you don't want to buy like containers like this of, they make these of ginger and garlic. You don't want to make one of those. You don't want to buy one of those. This is a great way to go to do it from scratch. You can get about a tablespoon's worth into each one. And then it comes with a little top that you just go on. It goes on top, it attaches. And then you just stick it in your freezer. And it lasts about 6 months, okay? Either that, or also you can also chop it up and put it either in honey, or I've also read that you can put it into like wine or vinegar, and that'll preserve it too. But this is the best way I've found. Just let it thaw for a half an hour or so, and it's easily cut for all your recipes. And it's already peeled, which is that. And if you don't, obviously, if you don't want to go through all that, you can buy a little jar of this. I just bought it at Aldi, just in case I come home late and I'm tired and I don't feel like dealing with all that, okay? So that's one topic of preservation, okay? The other one, okay, is how to preserve your wooden handles, wooden spoons, wooden spurtles. Yes, I have a wooden spurtle. I found it at the flea market. Don't have to buy it at QVC. But you can use, it's good on either, old-time ones. This is an old one, a really old one from the flea market, or just newer ones from the Pioneer Woman, anything wood. You get something called Deluxe Wood Oil, okay, it says, and you just take a little bit on a soft cloth. This is just an old t-shirt, okay, and you just go over all your wood with it, okay, and then, look at all that. This is a fairly new one, and look at that, all right? And then you just take a clean part, go over it, okay? Then put it in your stack of the ones you already did. and you do your next one, right? Okay? I have a lot of, unfortunately, I have a lot of wooden. Because if you use non-stick cookware or the Copper Chef stuff, or anything else that might be scratch, that you can scratch easily and then the surface is no good, this is the way to go, okay? Is wooden utensils are the best, okay? All right, see, this is what happens when you don't do it, okay? See that crack? That means the spoon is no good anymore, okay? Because then dirt and stuff can get in there, and just not good, right? So that means throw this one out. See, if I had continued to do this that I've been starting to do with all my new things, all right, I wouldn't have had that happen, okay? So it takes seconds to just do a whole pile of your utensils, and you're good for a good few months. Just keep doing it. Just keep them good, all right? Keep them in good condition, and they won't crack, okay? So those are my 2 tips on preservation for this week's Tip Tuesday. And if you found it interesting, like this video. And, of course, subscribe and press the little bell for more Tip Tuesdays to come. You never know what I'll be discussing. And thanks for coming into Reese's Cluttered Kitchen. Bye.